I encoded certain meaning into my music video to create a preferred reading, Stuart Hall 1980. This meant that we had to follow the general conventions of a music video. Music videos are used as a promotional way for artists as both an industrial, commercial and cultural form. Roy Schuker, 2001, which they then use to make money, to promote singles with the hope of selling albums, to provide content for music TV channels, to be sold on DVD download, to add value to audio releases, to enhance star persona, Richard Dyer 1975, or branding. Commonly, music videos are about 3 minutes long and function, in the industry's own words, as promotional devices encouraging record sales and chart action. Andrew Goodwin identifies 6 common codes and conventions that establish the form of a music video, MILCV. First, there is a relationship between the music and the visuals, which can be illustrating, amplifying or contradicting. In our music video, we didn't have lyrics, so we needed to match our visuals to the certain beat in the music. We did this by making the cuts in our editing in time to the music, and we also created a narrative that matched the genre of music videos we had already seen. He then said that an artist may develop their own star iconography in and out of their videos, which over time becomes part of their star persona, Richard Dyer. He also said that particular music genres may have their own music video style and iconography. The music genre that we used was glitch hop, which is a genre that many artists don't have music videos for. Saying that, we found videos for similar style artists that either was of that genre or a further subgenre of glitch. He also said that there was a relationship between lyrics and visuals, but as said before, we didn't have any lyrics. He stated that there is a demand for close-ups of the main artist/vocalist. We didn't have the band or the artist in our video, but we did have lead characters, and so used many close-ups throughout of both the villain and the victim. Finally, he said there is likely to be reference to voyeurism. Goodwin defined voyeurism as the notion of observing without the observer knowing this, thus creating a pleasure of watching. This is very common in music videos, as the audience is set up as a spectator to action. Therefore, they need to have generic conventions which allow the audience to recognise that it is a music video. To create our media project, we had to research videos which were of a similar genre to the one that we created and wanted to create, and pastiche these to follow the generic conventions of this music genre. This would then allow us to meet the target audience of the glitch hop genre that we decided to do a video of. To do this, we close textually analysed the video which was of a similar style and genre to ours, so that it would closely represent the genre style we were going for. We found the video by a glitch hop group called Aphex Twin and their music video to the song Come to Daddy. This video reinforced a representation of an urban lower class image and how this is dangerous, and also sort of supernatural in the sense that anything could happen and you should be scared of the modern world that we live in. They use a representation of an elderly woman to show the stereotypical vulnerability of their victim. This juxtaposed against the image of the villain, who was portrayed as a deformed child in school uniform. Vladimir Prop, 1928, stated that in media there will always be the narrative of a villain, a protagonist, or a hero and a damsel. This video follows this idea, as the dog could be seen as the hero trying to protect the damsel, the elderly woman. We also close textually analysed this video to see what angles and shot types to use which would be similar. It also made us see that to create the image of it being creeper, we could use a tint on the video to make it appear as if it's a different perspective on the world. There were many close-ups used which let the audience see the effects used on the villain. We could see that there were many effects used to let the audience know that it was showing a distorted view of society. In reference to the vulnerable victim, there were many high-angle shots to reinforce the stereotypical nature of her vulnerability and making her appear smaller. In contrast, low-angle shots were used on the villain to make them appear bigger than they were and to make them appear more powerful. This video we analysed used many mise-en-scène elements to create a representation. As the video was quite obscure and quite horror movie style, they used these images to anchor, Roland Barthes, the image to the lyrics. This can create a symbolic meaning to represent their view. Micro-elements are important in this aspect as they can manipulate the way the audience feels to the lyrics. Carlson, 1999, states that by manipulating micro-elements, the music director creates a couple of ideas which are repeated and varied. These are called visual motifs and vary depending on the genre of the music. He said that editing is crucial in putting the visual motifs together. In Come to Daddy video, there was editing used to create the image of the villain. In our video, we wanted it to be simpler and so used masks to create the feeling element, but also to fit in with the horror style of the Come to Daddy video. We decided to use masks after researching the uncanny valley theory, which is the idea that humans are scared of things that look human but are not. For example, clowns, robots, dolls and masks. We used a plain white mask as this fit in with the theme, but also contrasted against the black costume that the villains wore. We decided to dress them up in all black to connote their evil and also to contrast against the light clothes that the damsel wore. We dressed her in light clothes to connote her vulnerability and innocence. We also chose a model that had light hair. We kept the costume minimal as we're going to be adding in effects and wanted to keep in with the convention of the glitch hop genre being simple at the base, but then they're adding a lot of post-production work. The location we used fit in with the convention of our genre as it had an urban lower class theme similar to the Come to Daddy video. It was also located with lots of graffiti which fits in with the artist being urban and representing this. Our genre was glitch hop, and going along with the idea of the Come to Daddy video, we needed to use a lot of editing to follow the conventions of the genre of our music video. Like other music videos, we used a lot of cuts to create to match the beat and rhythm of the video, which kept the narrative in time. We also used the idea of the genre of glitch in our video and narrative by using editing such as distort and noise on Adobe Premiere. Like the Come to Daddy video, we added editing in our video to create the representation of distortion. We passed this idea from the video as we wanted to create the idea of this world being distorted and dangerous. The blue tint created a creepy effect and made it appear darker. We also used the narrative structure of Todorov in our videos, which states that there is 5 stages in a narrative. Step 1, an equilibrium. This was when our innocent character is walking home alone. Step 2, a disruption. This is where the innocent character realises that she is being followed. Step 3, a realisation. This is where the innocent character starts to run away and tries to get away from the evil characters, but to no avail. Step 4, restored order. This is where the character is caught and turns into one of the villains. It is restored as she is no longer being chased and the villains are happy. Step 5, new equilibrium. The cycle starts again and they find a new victim. This is how our media product used, developed or challenges the forms and conventions of a real media product.